What is up, my scaredy cat crew? My name is Jared Luna, and welcome to Meet the Clarks. I just pulled this game open. I didn't expect anything, and then I had to set everything up in 30 seconds. I'm kind of impressed on how I did that because I saw this. It says I haven't completed this game. Sorry about that, and I was like, okay, gotta start now, I guess. But it still contains disturbing content. Be warned. Click anywhere to continue. Okay, so I guess if you're sensitive to disturbing content, this is your warning. You guys see the screen. You guys see this. There you go. Click anywhere to continue. Ooh, it's one of these games. Y'all have no idea how much I love these little visually novelty games. Alright, so don't hear anything. Let's take a look. Well, let's just start. Jeez, what's my first name again? Scared Luna. I have light glare. And my last name? I don't have a last name. I choose not to. Smith. Let's just go with Smith. This is Scared Luna Smith. SLS? Oh. I am writing this journal during a trip lasting a couple of weeks. Not exactly a trip, but more like a retreat. The retreat to an American suburb by a Missourian creek. I've never been to Missouri. I should go. I need to keep writing to get my creative juices going without any distracted. I am halfway finished with the first draft, but I am like a month behind the deadline. Ooh, are we a writer? I love writing. I should not procrastinate or waste away in bed. Trying to combat my own insomnia by doing nothing was a very bad idea. This game is coming for me. I've just been called out by a computer game. Thanks, Dev. Speaking of which, let's see this letter a fan of mine sent me. Dear Scared Luna. God, this is surreal. Thank you for responding to all of the mails I have written to you. I have to turn this light off. Excuse me. But I can't see with it. I'll brighten it up, I promise, but I can't see. Thank you for responding to all of the mails I've written to you. And I got great news. My parents have allowed you to come over to my house and stay for a few weeks to work on your novel. You deserve better company through this month. I have a question for the developers of this game. Are you a Stephen King fan? Because this makes me think of Misery Loves Company, the movie with Kathy Bates in it, and she actually hobbled the guy. If you don't know what that is, go watch the movie. It's a great movie, 10 out of 10, not sponsored, just good movie. I hope socializing with new people will help solving your writer's block. Anyways, the address of my home is through Airbnb. I rented a room in a house where one of my fans live. We exchanged letters with one another. His letters were written on a legal pad, long held with a ballpoint pen. His frenetic style looks like he's excited to talk with his favorite writer. He believes regular correspondence is the best way to practice his writing skill. I remember him telling me he prefers handwriting because he finds it more natural than working with typewriters or computers. He says that writing with Wi-Fi on distracts him too much. I'm being called out. Distraction certainly has a toxic effect on creativity, but stepping away from writing has a worse one still. Even better, his house happens to be haunted, which could give me some cool ideas for my novel. Oh, fuck. I won't be surprised if it's built on Indian burial ground. Poltergeist! Castleton, Missouri. A suburban house in the middle of the paper street. Everything looks quiet in the middle of this neighborhood. I press the doorbell. Ding dong. I don't hear anything, which is driving me nuts. Yep, see, I have it on the proper thing. Maybe my headphones? The boy's voice. Coming! Hello, are you scared Luna Smith? Yes, you must be Cornelius Craig Clark, right? Oh, that's going to be a pain in my arse to say. Yes, I am. And holy shit, it's an honor to meet you. I'm your biggest fan. Please, just call me Craig. Craig is my first biggest fan, big enough for him to provide me a place to stay for a few weeks. He takes my suitcase inside the house as I enter. Mom, Dad, Scared Luna Smith is here. Hello. It's very nice to meet you. Yep, that's Mom. It's nice to meet you too. You must be Craig's mother. Nah, it's nice to meet you too. My name is Catherine. This is my husband, Charles. There's a theme here, and I don't like it. I'm already, scared. Very nice to meet you. I have heard so many things about you from my son, Craig. Craig, could you guide him to his room? Okay. Sure. I follow Craig upstairs. Okay, this is driving me nuts. You know what? I swear to God, if I go to edit this and my ears get blasted, I'm not going to be happy. Yeah. No, there is no sound. I follow Craig upstairs. Your mother calls you Cornelius. Just ignore it. Mom always calls me Cornelius, even though I fucking hate it. The guest room looks cozy, very much reminds me of my own bedroom. This is your bedroom. You have Wi-Fi in your house? Actually, no. My parents were too paranoid to get an internet connection. They were worried that someone would hack into our stuff and get all of our information. Let me know if you need anything. I really dig his bracelet. But I'm not digging his facial expression. Very mean. Craig's left. Now what's next? Get out of the house, work on the novel, hang around the house. Let's get to work. Alright, time to work on some stuff. I remember having a recurring dream about me being a creature of some kind. Living in this dream world brought me a new feeling, like I was completely free. I could go wherever I wanted, but whenever I woke up, my freedom was gone. Now I am looking for that freedom by writing my dreams down as stories. All in short sentences and few words. It's very honest and approachable when I write that way. A literary minimalism. Holy shit, seriously. Does this developer know me? Because, I can relate. Now, where was I? The hero is stuck in this haunted house in the middle of a suburban neighborhood with this nice-looking family. The family wants the hero to stay because the hero is a creature of some that must sound lovely. I'm sorry, guys. The hero is a creature of some kind, like the one in my dream. They resent this creature because of political reasons, perhaps? Political. Maybe he could be the knight in shining armor. Except he's a monster too. The monster who's also the knight in shining armor. He's come to save the princess from the evil castle. That's right. I'm doing great. I get where this novel is going. I do not. Then I hear the knocks. Who is it? Are you the writer guy? I open the door and there's a girl. Oh, she's pretty. Hi, sorry to bother you. It must be the writer guy Cornelius is talking about. You mean Craig? His first name is Cornelius and my name is Caroline. Sweet Caroline. Ba ba ba. Oh, I'm not going to apologize for that. Nice to meet you, Caroline. I'm Scared Luna Smith. Nice to meet you too. So, how's you and Craig? Usually Cornelius pretends that I don't exist. You'd rather him notice you more? Not necessarily. Someone who wants to be the center of attention. Why would I want to be like him? What do you mean? I don't want to tell you this, but it won't make sense otherwise. Please don't tell Cornelius about this. Okay, cross my hearts. Wait, I'm not Time Lord. About a year ago, he and Dad had an argument. Over what? They were fighting over Catherine. Was it always like that? Cornelius has been acting strange since we moved to this house. Now it's like 6 when we moved here. Where did you all live before coming to Missouri? Boston. Boston, Massachusetts. Or is it Massachusetts? I don't fucking know. Mom and Dad set this house up as his mom's workplace for conducting experiments. So they are working from home? Then I hear the knocks at the door. It's me! Catherine comes in and she's carrying glasses of lemonade. Sorry to bother you, but would you like some lemonade? Sure, thank you very much. I love lemonade. What are you doing in the guest room, Caroline? Oh, don't worry, ma'am. She's not bothering me. I've made some good progress with my work. We were just talking. No problem here, Mom. Caroline told me you worked as a researcher for your husband's experiment, right? Yes, I did. I realized I preferred to be a stay-at-home mom. It's nice that our house is also a workplace as well. What's your husband experimenting about? I can't tell you because it's confidential. Does she expect me to say, oh, come on, why not? Well, what I could tell you is that I won't suggest you go into either the attic or the basement. I feel like I should not be here. Because they got those confidential stuffs? Yeah. Alright. I look Catherine to her face. Something familiar with her. Anyway, dinner will be soon. I made you all a casserole. Never had the casserole before. Oh my god, I love green bean casserole. It's almost Thanksgiving. God, I can't wait. Sure, you'll love it. The casserole smells roasty and comforting, like a favorite food from my childhood. This makes me more confident about trying Catherine's food. Can't wait to feel the crispy texture in my mouth. Then Catherine stabs the casserole with the knife. It seems to screech and ooze something dark into the oven tray. Is that blood? The casserole is more raw meat than sauteed beef and vegetable. I can see the fat, pure white, coming out of the tissue. Is that blood? Here you go. This is very minimalistic and it's actually scaring me. Right, cut it like lasagna. I still don't know what this casserole is made of, but I poke it with a fork. It still makes that screechy noise. My appetite is gone. So, Scared Luna, how's your book going? I've written 4 pages already, as a matter of fact. It's going very well. No, I feel like I'm making great progress here. That's wonderful. Craig, how did you find out about Scared Luna? Through the internet, at the school library, you know. And by the way, Craig leans towards me and lowers his voice. Scared Luna, could I talk to you after dinner? Sorry, I still gotta reach my... No. Sure, I can lend you an ear or two. Thanks, man. He relaxes into his chair, but I find I can't do the same. Charles is peering at me over the cups and bowls. Craig gets up to turn the arrows back on the grandfather clock. He does this right before it can reach 8 o'clock. I'm curious here, Luna. What's your book about exactly? I want this picture. I want this to go away. It is giving me the heebies. It's about a knight, a monster, and princess. It's about a boy. I'd rather not talk about that. I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to bring the subject of adultery up in front of a family I don't know. What if they have painful history with that topic? What if they interrogate my history? It's nothing too outrageous, but still, it's a serious subject, an adult one too. If Craig can handle it, we can handle it too. I open my mouth, but fail to find words. He's got me. I know Craig a little better, and the story comes from a personal place. Give me time, and I'm sure I'll be able to talk to everyone about it. Everyone accepts my excuse with a smile, but Craig is yelling at the clock. I'm curious about you, Sierra Luna. Where are you from originally? I don't remember. California or South Korea? No, I'm from Virginia. I don't remember. Don't remember? How can you not remember? Sorry, it's the truth. The agency I was adopted from was quite loose with its paperwork. My file turned out to belong to someone else when I was 8. Ever since, I've had no idea about my birthplace or my bio parents. Whoa, those agencies really treat children like meat. Excuse me a moment. My mouth is dry. Good old Coca-Cola. It's better than Pepsi. The piece of raw flesh floating in my mouth feels much more disgusting and I struggle to swallow. Ugh. That's gross. I believe it was an honest mistake, but now writing is my clearest path to forging my identity. That's good. Don't inherit your identity, make it. That's something I used to say. I intend to. Do you remember things about your birthplace? A few scattered images. Don't worry, you'll find your old place. I hope so. I hope I can find where I personally belong. Can't wait to be at a place in my life where I can stop and take walks and feel the salty breeze again. Okay. That may take longer than you think. It's rough entering adult life, professional life. You're never quite as free as you used to be. The attic starts rattling again. You'd never seen Craig before today, right? Is he what you expected? Not exactly. But when I think about it, it gets easier and easier to link up his writing with what he looks like. Craig turns red. I still have no sound. I don't get it, guys. What do you mean? I mean... Oh dear, I talked myself into a corner. The way you wrote, it's like you had to externalize the alienation you felt. Your passion expresses that in a way. He nods quietly, and I think I spot a twitchy little smile on his lower face. Catherine turns her head toward me slowly, barely blinking. If Craig surprised you, what kind of people are you usually friends with? I like humble, diligent people. People who are conscious of their flaws and seek self-improvement. Frank people you can be frank to in return. Seeking self-improvement is something I do, anyways. That's a good way to be. I don't always have the patience to recognize people's efforts. I get annoyed and can only see what they're doing wrong. I like to think I can recognize people's efforts, but when it comes to people who wallow in their failures, don't give them second chances. What's this hand doing? Go away. Craig wriggles in his seat and goes to rewind the clock again. Some people need more than 2 chances, and I think that's fine too. But I don't want to surround myself with people who aren't moving forward. Yes, those are the people that slow you down. Craig drops into his chair, clanging his feet against the tile floor. In his hands he twirls his knife. Can you drop the topic? Ah, yes, of course. Caroline casts a side glance at Craig. Charles is outright glowering at him. I'm losing track of who is who, by the way, so apologies. That night, the strangeness of that dinner sparks an idea. A new fictional obstacle that I have to implement at once in my novel. While I'm racing at the pace of 20 words per second, someone knocks at the door. It's Craig. Hey, Craig! Oh yeah, okay, Craig is the son, Charles is the dad. Okay. Hey, Sierra Luna. So, what do you want to talk about? Here's the thing. It's about Caroline. Caroline? She's not my sister. Really? I believe so. Does Caroline know anything about this? Probably. She's somewhat aware of this. We've had this conversation a couple times before. And she believes this is why Charles acted indifferent toward her. Huh? I wasn't sure why I felt off throughout my life when it came to Dad and Caroline. Your dad doesn't care much about Caroline. Right. It's kind of odd how Craig suddenly cares about his sister. Who do you think your mother had an affair with? One of Dad's colleagues. Does he come to this house every day? He's always there. Always watching. Whatever that means. By the way, are you aware about what's going on with the experiment? I know something's going on in the attic in the basement, but Dad won't allow me and Caroline to enter in.
Self-voicing disabled.
Okay, that was the scariest thing. I wanted to hit space and I hit V. So I guess I was actually voice acting. So let's...
Self-voicing enabled. Craig, I know something is going. Self-voicing disabled.
No, I can't do robotic voices. Y'all want to see me freak out. Ugh. Ugh. I just scared myself. I mean, they are working on a top secret experiment. There was a time the door to the attic rattled. Everyone told me it's just the wind. I doubt they are winds. If they are not winds, then what is it? I have an idea. If I need Caroline on this, she will give you something next morning. The next day. Caroline brings me to the key to the attic before breakfast time and keeps eyeing me until I get up and leave. She looks like she hasn't slept, and the side of the forehead that she keeps scratching is bleeding and infected. Ooh. Catherine gives her an aspirin, but Charles doesn't seem to notice anything. Sorry, I gotta hurry up and get back to writing. Fix myself a 7,000 word quota today. That's what, 2 pages? What a hard worker. I do my best. Caroline told me she'd keep everyone's attention until I was done upstairs. I hope she lives up to that promise. That's in the attic. I climb up the commode to reach the trapdoor and try to slide the ladder down as quietly as possible. Easier said than done. It is extremely rusty. When I climb onto the floorboards, I'm struck by how little the attic resembles the rest of the home. Do not jump scare me. The Clarks keep a neat ship with rustic character, green painted beams and arches. Do not. The attic is all bare and concrete. The attic is all bare concrete that seems to be run through with moisture and mold of colors varying between green, orange, and black. Ugh, that's dangerous. Though the blinds are closed and seem to have been for a long time, the windows are covered in bird filth. Don't jump scare me. The surface of the attic is also definitely less than the surface of the house. Seems part of it is sectioned off by a chipboard wall. Don't see much that isn't covered in white sheets. According to Caroline, this is where Charles stores all of his correspondence. Swear to God, do not just scare me. I left the ladder up, close the door, and get to work. No! I tried to get through the wall, sheets, floor. Okay, let's go through the wall. Use the key to unscrew the boards one at a time. First goes falling back, and I barely catch it before I can make a racket. It's dark inside that room. What's that I hear? Sounds like breathing. My nerves are giving to me. I don't want to go in there for now. Let's take another avenue. I put the board back in its place. I'm gonna get jump scared. Let's look at the sheets. They're musty and damp. I'd rather not be touching them right now, but I did tell Caroline I'd help her. Underneath, I find a couple spiders, a little too large for my liking, lodging in cardboard boxes of beakers, jars, and burners. Some old files, too. I opened them, but the scientific jargon is beyond me. The titles say things like work method for specimen C200 to C218, or experiment 98-128, the secondary metabolism of Denebola specimens. I guess Charles and Catherine study animals, but a lot of this seems like it could be seems like it could apply to vegetation too. Sorry, my eyes are starting to cross. Ugh. I check the floor for hiding spots. I knock at the floor here and there trying to find hollows. I'm hoping that without the the noise that comes from here, no one will notice me making a little noise. I can't pronounce the word. Ah, go over here, mouse. Eventually, I find a spot on the floor with an unusual echo. I grip the floorboard and lift it. There's a weathered metallic box inside. I think to myself that I ought to bring it straight to Caroline, but what if it's nothing? What if I get her hopes up and it's just some angry poetry Craig wrote when he was 11 or something? I pull the lid off. It's photographs, dozens of them that seem to go from the 80s to the late 90s. Ordinary family pictures for the most part. The only thing worth noting is that all of them comprise an old man whom I've never met. A grandfather, I assume. Here he is holding a blood baby or posing with the others in front of a beachside cliff. I guess he must have done something to alienate the family if all of his photos ended up here. Before I put them back, another thing comes to my mind. All these pictures seem to date back before Caroline's birth, including pictures of Catherine pregnant. She looks as young and radiant as she is today. Maybe the pregnancy was complicated and put stress on the family that ended up shattering it. I should jump to conclusions, but at least I'll have something to report. No, wait! No, this can't be it! Oh my god. Oh man! I was getting in there, but we did see in the beginning that the game isn't done. I have theories. Theory 1. Grandpa got Mom pregnant. As soon as he said that, looks like Grandpa's there and Catherine's pregnant, come on, that one's obvious. But I want to know what they're experimenting on. What's the experiment? Like, what is it? I'm super into this. So I'm going to put this video in the... I'm going to put the game link into the video, into the description. And then I'm going to post the video on the game page if I can find it again. Because I need more. I need to find out more. Whew. Tell me what you guys think. Leave a nice comment. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, scare that like button to death. And I'll see all you dudes in the next video. And again, sorry about the lack of sound. Or if there is sound, I don't hear it. Well, anyways, bye-bye.